Welcome back to Fantastic Fantasy Fabrications. Today I'll be covering a crafting tradition and showing you guys how to take this Home Depot door stopper and this dollar store toy and turn it into this custom miniature for your table. Let's jump in. So I was wandering the dollar store the other night when I saw these Final Faction perimeter defense crawlers, and honestly the way that they were packaged struck me, and I thought that this would be a gnarly looking spider slash beetle if I could just get them permanently attached in a good looking way. And for $1, I mean, why not give it a try? One of the first steps was to secure the legs in a position I thought would look good when they were put together. So I reached for a classic, super glue and baking soda. Once I had the legs where I wanted them, I popped out the pincers to what I decided was going to be the back half of my spider and used more baking soda and super glue to attach these two together. Next, I decided to add more mass to the underside and make a more natural transition between the two segments of my spider. To accomplish this, I turned to a tip provided to me by the miniature hobbyist. You should check out this man if you haven't, links will be down below. He showed me how to take old sprues, or in my case, scraps of plastic card, and turn them into this plastic-like gum by melting it down in acetone. After applying it where I wanted it, I used the clay sculpting tool and added some underbody detailing. And I chose to fill the two holes in his butt with the same method as well. While I waited for this to dry, a time that took about 2 hours for me, I started to work on the base. Now this base is actually a doorstop I found at Home Depot, sold for about $3.40 in my local area. It measures perfect 5 inches in diameter, and I thought it would be perfect for a miniature of this size. Originally, I tried to cover this in more super glue and then place my sand on that, but do not do this, okay? First of all, it didn't work. Second of all, that much super glue hurt my eyeballs. I don't know why, but it hurt my eyeballs. So after that failure, I turned to PVA, which just works. So now I'm gonna move on to painting. And for references, I Google searched desert beetles and I used the black widow as inspiration. And both of these types of buggers have this glossy black body with a spotted color to let everyone know not to mess around. This seemed easy enough. I based them in black using my airbrush, but a rattle can here would work just as well. Then I picked out the most prominent ridges with a golden brown by Vallejo. Deciding to make his eyes burnt red, I also flipped them over and used the same burnt red on the underside to add just a little bit more interest. After he was dry, I covered him in a semi-gloss clear coat. One of the last steps was to finish that base. Your basing materials will likely be different from what you see me using here. The stuff that I use, I got from Arizona when I was visiting family around Easter, so while it was practically free for me, you might have a hard time replicating the exact look. After fixing some interesting parts and getting a nice pose, I decided to glue it all together and then added just a little bit more glue on his pincers and around his body to really tie him into the environment. So that's gonna be everything for this one. If you like to see me do more of these kinds of crafts, smash the thumbs up button, write me a comment, and maybe I'll take on a couple more of these dollar store conversions. Before I let you all go, I want to say thanks to all my amazing patrons, especially Michael, who supports me at the shop foreman level. Thank you guys for being my biggest fans. And remember to keep all your fantasy fantastic.